5 teachers who slept with their students. Number 5. Catherine Ronk was a Spanish teacher at Bishop Foley High School in Madison Heights in the Detroit area. Somehow, Catherine was so emotionally invested in one of her 15-year-old students that she didn't even wait until after school or to leave school property to perform sexual acts with the teen. The two would engage in sex acts between classes and during breaks in her classroom. What makes things even worse is that Catherine was married and she pled guilty to third-degree criminal sexual conduct as part of a plea deal offered to her by prosecutors and the court system. She originally faced up to 5 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and was sentenced to 6 to 15 years in prison. We're pretty sure she regrets making such decision. Number 4. Back in 2011, Carol Ann Hope was arrested for allegedly having sex with a 14-year-old former middle school student of hers. It wasn't a one-time occasion either. The two had sex at least 4 times, once on the side of South Carolina's road in Hope's car. The Horry County court system sentenced Hope to a total of 10 years, with 2 years suspended from her already done time. Carol lost her husband and officially had to watch her son grow up through the other side of prison protective glass. Once released from prison, Hope will serve 5 years of probation and will be listed as a sex offender for the remainder of her life. We're pretty sure she regrets throwing away her normal life for the lust of a 14-year-old. Number 3. This 23-year-old newlywed at the time was working as an English teacher at Angelo L. Greco Middle School in Temple, Florida. But before the summer of 2004, Deborah LaFave threw away her entire life for a 14-year-old and had multiple sexual encounters with the student, one of which was in a car while the victim's 15-year-old cousin drove the vehicle. Deborah's case shocked the world, being that she was just getting her life officially started and that she was good looking. In 2005, LaFave pleaded guilty on 2 counts of lewd and lascivious battery of a minor, which resulted in her serving no real jail time as she was sentenced to 3 years of house arrest and 7 years of formal probation. LaFave is also registered as a sex offender. Number 2. 27-year-old Pamela Rogers Turner was a physical education teacher and coach at Centertown Elementary School, and for some reason she decided to carry out a sexual relationship with one of her 13-year-old students over the course of 3 months. The two supposedly shared approximately 12 sexual encounters, including the two having intercourse in the school's gymnasium. In February of 2005, Turner was facing 5 counts of sexual battery by an authority figure and 13 counts of statutory rape. Pamela was sentenced to 8 years in prison, but got out of the system after serving only 9 months. After being released in 2006, Turner contacted the same victim and sent him explicit messages, nude photos and videos of herself. She pleaded guilty to sending the child the content in the January of 2007 and was sentenced to an additional 2 years. It wasn't until the August of 2012 that Turner was officially released from Tennessee Prison for Women. Number 1. Mary Kay Letourneau was a 2nd grade teacher at Shorewood Elementary School in Burren, Washington when she met her victim. She was also a married woman and mother of 4 children at the time. She later became a 6th grade teacher when the sexual encounters began with her 12-year-old victim. In the March of 1997, she was arrested after a relative of her then husband found out about the affair. Mary Kay pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony 2nd-degree rape of a child and served 6 months in jail, and was ordered to stay out of contact with her victim for life. During one of the alleged rapes, Mary Kay had gotten pregnant with her then 14-year-old victim and had their first child in the July of 1997 whilst out on bail. Only 1 month after her release from jail, she was caught with the victim and resentenced to 7.5 years in prison from 1998 to 2004 after pleading guilty to another rape charge, which resulted in the two having a 2nd child while Mary Kay was in custody in October of 1998. After completing her full sentence, the young man whom she birthed 2 children with and was of legal age then asked the courts to lift the no contact ruling so the two could raise their family. The two ended up marrying in 2005 and Mary Kay Letourneau became Mary Kay Letourneau Favlar, and her once victim turned husband, Vivi Favlar, are together to this very day.